Welcome back to Midwest Horizon. This is my 10's Ranch series here in July, year 3. July, first part of July. And we're mid-morning. Already been steady at it. We have behind the sprayer here the field that I planted the silage corn in has grown or sprouted. And you see there's plenty of weeds out there, so we're going to get those taken care of. I actually just ran the sprayer through there and put down our final stage of fertilizer, so that will be good to go. We'll get the weeds knocked down, and then we should be good to go until harvest in that field. We do have the field here is ready, and as you can see the harvester's out there working, and I'm just using a helper, straight up helper. I enjoy harvesting, and as I mentioned before this playthrough, even though I do have to spend a lot of time on it, it gives me some time to just play between episodes, and so that's what I've been doing, just letting the helper do the harvesting, and I've been running the grain cart and doing a little bit of baling when I get a chance. We'll go ahead and top that off there at the silo, and let's go on and move out here. Now I just went through here with the fertilizer, so we do have a course already loaded, so we'll just move back out to the start and let it go from there. So you notice the money is doing well. We're up to $2.5 million. We have got quite a bit of cash flow coming in, so money, I believe from this point forward, is not really going to be an issue. So the alfalfa out there is it's good. I fertilized it. Oh, and let's do this. I'm going to take a little flight here. Let me turn on flight mode. I'm going to show you what we've done. It'll be easier. Let's go and make our running multiplier go up. Alright, so yeah, we've got that big field of alfalfa over there. Of course, that field there is being harvested. We've got this one here with the silage corn, and then this one way down here, we do need the harvest as well. We'll get to that. But this field here, you remember I bought, let's look at the map, I'll show you what we've got going on. Alright, so fields 78 and 77 I have combined. I got that harvested. We've combined the fields, and it is one giant grass field now. I've put the fertilizer out on it, so everything's good. It looks weird here because of the way the growth cycles were, but yeah, it is one big giant grass field now. And this side over here, I just planted the last month in June. It looks like it is just sprouted. And let's see over here. Actually, it all looks to be, let's see, 2 or 3 of forage. Let's see, 2 or 3 of forage. So it's actually all the same state. So it caught up. That's actually kind of weird because this was already established. So anyhow, we've got a lot of grass over here, and that's going to turn out to be a good thing, because let's go over here to our feed mixer, and let me turn my running multiplier off here real quick before I start zipping around all over the place. So our food mixer is keeping up pretty good with the cows. We have a lot of straw in here. I've already put a lot of straw in, but you see our silage and the hay, even though we have 800,000 liters in here, it is starting to get low. So we do need some silage and some hay to rejuvenate the stockpile. You see I do have a lot of silage here that we got off the alfalfa field. 49 bales. So that equates to, we'll just come over here. I don't feel like doing math. Silage, 2.45 million liters. So almost 2.5 million liters of silage. So that's a lot. And that's all off of that one alfalfa field. And I apologize if my voice is cracking a bit here. I've got a little bit of congestion, allergy stuff going on. So I do apologize. My voice is struggling here during this episode. 2.4, same amount of straw we have in storage. But you see the hay, we only have 800,000 liters. That we had more, but we had to feed some to the beef cows, or the male cows in the finishing pasture, because they are eating more than the grazing mod is putting into the pen as grass. So I'm having to supplement their food with some hay now, and so that is eating into our hay. So I do need to make some more hay. Now that we have that big giant field, so that big field that we have over there, we're going to make hay. And then we'll probably do another round of silage. You know, we'll either do silage in the alfalfa, or we may do hay in that too. I don't know. We'll see how much hay we get off of that field over there, because we will have the corn that we can make silage with. So the hay seems to be kind of what I'm going through the most. Now, it could be the beef cows, some silage, or yes, even TMR if I needed to. But the hay's kind of just seems to fit, in my opinion. So that's what we've been doing. So here we've got the wheat that we planted, and it's making quite a bit. Let's take a look at what we have in our storehouse right now. The triticale that we harvested off the field, about 5,500. Let's just say it a different way. 568,000 liters. 568,000 liters of triticale. Not worth a whole lot, just 100,000, just over 100,000. I just sold before we went into July, in the last part of June. The prices on soybeans went up. We made just over $1 million with the soybean that we had in our silo. We've got 276,000 liters of barley, and of course 74,000 liters of wheat, but that's coming up as we harvest this field. So still got a lot of stuff that we could sell, got a lot of value, but we don't need it. The cows are making quite a bit of slurry. I've not put any more straw into their pens, so we're not currently making any manure, but they're still producing slurry. And we're transporting that over to the biogas plant to make, or to process, make a little money that way. So still making some money, not a ton with the manure and the slurry, but we're starting to make a whole lot in milk. Actually, I don't know if the menu would tell us how much milk. Yeah, look here. So milk. We were at 597. It actually dropped down a little bit. Actually dropped down quite a bit. But we are just part of the way through July, already 302,000. So the milk, I mean, we're making, $500,000 to $600,000 a month just in milk. And of course, you see the sold products that we've sold. So we are making money really hand over fist at this point. So we are doing well. I think at some point we're probably going to have more money than I know what to do with. But my plans going forward, since we are debt free, and let's just make sure I didn't check. Yeah, $0 on the loan. So we're debt free. We have plenty in the bank. We've got all kinds of equipment. May pick up a manure shredder at some point just to try that on this playthrough, but maybe another combine, maybe some revamps on some of our tractors. I don't know. I think what we have is pretty good. So I did pick up another baler, so we have 2 balers. Maybe another mower, maybe not. I don't know. So we're gonna have a lot of grass to mow. So we're doing good, doing really good. So I think what I'm going to do going forward, focus on, is expanding the herd. I think we have enough land now, enough production, that we can feed them. So You know, and if not, we have enough money coming in, I can always buy some food if I need to help supplement what we're growing or producing ourselves. So, I think what we're going to do is go ahead and start buying some more cows and getting those in our pens, getting them established, start letting that process happen so that we can, you know, get some more milk production off of them and some more calves. So, yeah, the cows, I think, is going to be the ticket. Probably spend quite a bit on them going forward. Try and go ahead. I really want to get to that 10,000 mark, and not that I am trying to rush this series, but for one, it does take me quite a bit of time, so I would like to get to a point where we can finish this up, because I can get some time back to focus on some other things, other ideas for series, and hopefully finish up the Flip to Farm series, get back to that. But I think we've got to the point, other than potentially getting a little bit more land, that we are basically just shooting for the goal. I think at this point, getting to that 10,000 count on the cows. So that's my goal. I'm trying to get to there as quickly as we can, so that we can then maintain them. You know, just getting to that point is one thing, but being able to feed them and keep that production going is another thing. So I do need to get to the 10,000 so that I can then try and manage that herd count, which is going to be quite the task. But we're well on our way. Well on our way. We're in year 3. I did mention early on in this series that I figured we'd go 3 to 4 to 5 years through this series. And of course, I'm skipping quite a bit. Mainly just giving you updates at this point. This series was not intended to be, you know, let's farm, let's grow things, and I'm going to show you every little step of the way. It's not what this series is about. It's about the challenge. Can I do it? Can I get to that 10,000 cow or herd size and sustain it? So I am skipping a lot. I did quite a bit between the last episode and this one off camera, so we're going to continue that trend. It may not be for everyone, I understand that, but we've all seen the process of playing the game, I guess you could say. So that's not what this is about. This is about the challenge. So hopefully it's interesting to you. If not, I understand, but hopefully it is. But we're getting there. I think we can do this. I really do. I think it'll happen. I think we may need a little bit more land, which is just crazy to think about. But I think we may. Alright, so I got to thinking, why not go ahead and get another harvester? So I was poking around, didn't realize I actually had a much bigger header than what I'm using that we could buy. So I thought, why not go ahead and let's try out the X9. Other than some testing, I've not used this in any series. So this was one of the new kind of latest and greatest combines that come out with FS22. So I am actually going to configure this up here real quick. I want to get the biggest tank possible. That's probably it there. You know what? Let's go with tracks on this one, since we're going to use a big old header. We don't have track. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's see. Let's go with the big tracks. We'll go with the US design. Yeah, we get the premium. Good grief. That's expensive lights. We don't need any of that. We'll get a rear hitch. We need the longest pipe possible. All right. Let's widen that up and we're good to go. No license plate. So, very expensive, $612,000, but that's okay. All right, now we need a header, and I do have some quite large headers installed. I believe this is the articulated header mod. We're using the 15.2 meter one. We're going to get the 19 meter header, and we're not going to do an air bar on this one. You know what? We're just going to leave it pretty much as is, 123,000. And let's see, is there a trailer? I guess this one here. We're going to need to change the color of it to match our John Deere configuration, and that looks good, and we'll buy that right there. All right, very good. So this should help our harvesting efforts go a little quicker. Oh, and that pallet of fertilizer is right in the way. You know what? Let's just pull it around in front. I'll never get it backed up. All right. Oh my goodness, wow, that is a monster. That is a monster. I think there is something we can do here to... Oh, let's see. What do we do? Let's see. There we go. Get it straightened up. Well, that is going to hang off the end. There's no way around that. It's going to hang off the end. Alright. If it ships, it fits, right? That's what the post office says. Alright. Off to the field. Now, you know, I could... You know, we're gonna... do we do the other... Yeah, I think we will, because... You know what? I'm not gonna do that. Let's just move it over here. Nope. Oh my gosh, make up your mind, dude. We'll go to the other field that we're currently harvesting, since we only have the one grain cart. Yes, I don't think... I am pretty sure I've never used the X9 in a series. Actually, I always just go for the other ones, that like the S790 and stuff. It tends to just always be the go-to for me. We'll start down here, might as well. Yeah, this is a giant header. 19 meters. Woo! Alright, we'll go ahead and get the harvester unfolded. We'll get attached to the header. Let's hop in the inside. Alright. Got a little blink in there on the screen. Pretty good. Sometimes when I'm in a header here, this is one of the nice things about being on a PC, is using the F12, we can set the field of view. You can back it out a bit. Oh, I'm sorry, I went the wrong way. Went the wrong way. Let's go to 90. Yeah, get a little bit better view that way. Alright, so we need to make sure our straw swath is enabled. That should be good there. Alright, let's get this thing a whirl. So this field is pretty flat, so I don't need the articulation in the header, but if I wanted to change that, I could let it back out. Let's see. And it would bend as needed. Yeah, it looks like it has plenty of power to run this header too, so that's making quite a big straw swath. Look at that. 19 meters at a time. That is going to speed things along. Matter of fact, my other one has a full tank. So let's set a worker. We're going to hop over here and go empty it out. Yeah, of course. Of course, it is on the wrong side. I also need to empty out this auger wagon as well. Yeah, it's a really big field. The only thing I don't like is that there's a square over just on the other side of the tractor over there, a couple trees, and that causes all kinds of issues for the harvesters and the planters and such. It just doesn't like working in that little space beside that square. So I've thought about trying to take that out, and I may end up doing that at some point. But I've struggled through it several times already, so it's not terrible. I just have to keep it in mind. Normally just have to do a little manual involvement over there. While we're waiting on that too, we'll go ahead and get this harvester moved out. Yeah, this one here, I think this is the, is this a 790? I believe it is. Yeah, S790. I love this harvester. It is my favorite one in game. By far is the S790. I actually used it quite a bit in FS19 as well. I remember early on when I first started playing FS19, I was playing on console on Xbox. I remember I'd found Lone Oak and was playing on that, and bought one there, and that was the first time I'd used it, and I really liked it. I loved the sounds of it. I'm pretty sure it was a mod, a harvester, and it just sounded great. It just kind of took me back to when I was a kid and heard the combines running across the field. So just pretty neat for me. All right, that's going to take a minute. Let's see. Oh yeah, he is at the, this is the problem area, and he made it. Look at that. Can you believe it? You got turned around. Now the next pass is going to be a problem, so we're going to let him get right up here to this edge, and I'm going to stop him. Go ahead and take care of this border around the square. Yeah, this square right here just causing me a lot of problems. I thought about maybe putting some kind of production or something over here. Maybe take out the trees. I don't know. I gotta figure something out. Yeah, this is a giant header. Ooh, let's see here. Oh, the wheels are actually touching and destroying the crop. That's something. Swing right here. So that would actually mean that those tires should be causing crop destruction. That's pretty neat. Those tires on the header. And it does look like it barely can see right behind them where it's squashing down the stubble. And even with this big tank, we're already 72% full. A lot of grain flowing in from the header. Oh, got a little bumping action going on there. Bumpy, bumpy, bump. X9. Pretty good. Alright, so I've got a lot of work to do. Got to get this field finished up. And then, so we're in July. And, you know, let's get it right up here. I'll take a look at something here. Kind of talk through our next steps as far as what we have planted. So I'm debating still. I know technically I should be putting straw in the cow barns, that they would need some bedding. But I don't know that I want to at this point. I'm considering just holding on to what we have. Not making any manure. At least not right now. Let's let a helper go there. You know what? Let's get this guy going back over here. Not that guy. This guy. Gotta keep everything moving. You know, I may upgrade this header too. I don't know. Alright, got that going. So real quick, let's look at our calendar. So we're in July. We're harvesting the wheat. I could plant some grass. We have a few months of grass growing. We probably get one harvest off of it. Or I just wait and replant the wheat or barley to have for harvest next year. However, if I'm only growing the grain for straw, we could always plant oats. Plant that in March or April and harvest just a couple months later. So I'm actually considering planting this field in grass, getting at least one harvest off of it, maybe a good hay harvest, and then going next year and planting another crop into it, or maybe we plant into a different field. I don't know. But either way, I believe that's what we're going to do. We're going to get this one harvested. We'll get the straw baled up, and then we'll probably plant it in some grass. Now, I don't know if we're going to need lime just yet. Let's take a look at that, because we may need to put some lime out. It's been a while since we have. Yeah, it's going to need some lime. So we need to get some lime put out, and then we can get it planted. So, a lot to do to finish out July. We do have another day in July, so shouldn't have any problem getting it done. Everything else is fertilized. So we're at 1.7, almost $1.8 million. So I think what I'll also do, we'll get that planted, and I'm going to buy some more cows. Go ahead and load some more cows into the barns, and just, you know, increase the herd. And I believe next month we're going to have a load of cows to take to the slaughterhouse. We've got some bulls that are, I think they're 16, 17 months old, or maybe 15 months old. Let's take a look here. They are 15 months old, and they're worth $1,836 a piece. And I have 48 of them. Not that we need the money, but they're also eating a lot of food. So we're going to go ahead and take those off to slaughter, I think, next month in August. I don't know when the best time to sell a cow is. Yeah, I don't know if they have a peak. I'm sure they do on their value. So we're going to go at 16 months. They'll be nice and tender for the slaughterhouse. So anyhow, got a lot of work to do. We're going to get back to it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure and click that thumbs up button. That is very important. I get into the habit myself when I'm watching videos. It's really easy to get to the end of it. You just go to the next video or whatever. But get into the habit of clicking the thumbs up button, especially for content creators you like. That is very, very important for the channel. Even if you do it at the beginning when you first open a video. Yeah. Click that like button if you enjoy my content. If you are new to my channel, first time here, visitor, maybe you've been around a long time watching some of my content, go ahead and subscribe today. I'd appreciate that. I'm getting really, really close to 11,000 subscribers, so that's another big milestone for my channel. I'm very excited to hit that. We've got FS25 coming up soon, so I'm hoping, you know, with the excitement around that, I can continue growing my channel. So would appreciate it if you would subscribe. That costs you absolutely nothing, but it does just help my channel with demographics and having a subscriber base that YouTube pushes out my content to initially. So that's very important to content creators as well. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe, and then make sure you've got your notifications turned on with the bell. Make sure that's turned on so that you don't miss any future content from me. Thank you all. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you all have a blessed day.